Welcome back to part 2 of our dive into supervised learning. At its core, supervised machine learning is about using the features from a set of variables to predict an outcome. Let's start by taking a high-level view of machine learning, specifically focusing on supervised learning. Supervised learning involves using a set of features, like user ID, pages viewed, zip code, and OS, to predict an outcome, in this case, whether a purchase is made. This is a fundamental approach in machine learning, where the goal is to map input data to a specific output. Notice the different names for input data, such as predictors, features, and variables. They all refer to the same concept, characteristics of the data that we use to make predictions. Now, let's dive into the concept of a training set, which is essential in supervised learning. Here we see two examples, predicting house prices and diagnosing tumors. For house prices, we use features such as area and age, while for tumor diagnosis, we look at attributes like diameter and thickness. These features form the training set, which the model uses to learn patterns and relationships in the data. Ultimately, the goal is to predict an outcome, such as the price of a house or the malignancy of a tumor, based on these input features. The majority of practical machine learning uses supervised learning. Supervised learning is where you have input variables, x, and an output variable, y, and you use an algorithm to learn the mapping function from the input to the output. The goal is to approximate the mapping function so well that when you have new input data, x, that you can predict the output variables, y, for that data. It is called supervised learning because the process of an algorithm learning from the training dataset can be thought of as a teacher supervising the learning process. We know the correct answers, the algorithm iteratively makes predictions on the training data and is corrected by the teacher. Learning stops when the algorithm achieves an acceptable level of performance.